light. Lady Prime screams through the still of the night. Fanboy Prime's lost in panels and frames. Marriage held hostage by their comic book games. Ink-stained pages they're tearing apart. Superhero love, but a villainous heart. Foxes and speech bubbles fill up their world. Justice gets deaf when the punches are hurled. Comic book council in a desperate plea. Lady Prime's crying, fanboy can't see. Heroes ain't saving the life they once knew. Ink's all they've written while love faded blue.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Hopefully the audio's there because I have a bad habit of not putting it on. It looks like I'm good. What's up? Oh, well, maybe you need to adjust this for when Lady Prime shows up. There we go. What is up? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody has had a fantastic week. Everybody had a fantastic start to their weekend, and hope everybody is going to have a good weekend. It's been raining off and on over here. I just mowed last week, and it's like it's already back. Apparently not the kind of rain and hail that Evil Mike has gotten. Saw a video on Instagram that was, man, that was kind of crazy. Carmen's Crafts is here. Good morning, Carmen. Hope you were doing well. Good to see you. Super Russ 9000. What is up, Super Russ? Yeah, so Super Russ, dumb luck. How I found those Cyborg Superman, the McFarlane Toys Cyborg Superman. Was shopping with Ollie. We needed to pick up something real quick, and I was running by we had gone to the toy section, looked through there, because there are some Transformers I'm expecting to release soon. But of course, my Big Bad Toy Store account got them first, so I told Big Bad Toy Store to send them to me, so I won't have to go look for those in store anymore. But we were just going down the aisle, heading towards grocery, and as we walked past it, it's like the action alley, we call them. It's the action alley that leads from the GM side of the store to the grocery side of the store. Passed by electronics, and from the corner of my eyes, I see the word Cyborg in white on a black packaging. And I had taken a few more steps, and I was like, nope. And I ran back around, and yes, sure enough, I was able to find two of the Cyborg Superman. So dumb luck, man. Dumb luck wins out sometimes. Just Your Average Geeks, good morning, good sir. Dave, fantastic comments on my shorts. I always laugh whenever you peep those out. Thank you for always leaving a comment. Appreciate it. I've got to go catch up on some of your content. I've done real bad this year, this calendar year, making my own content. And did you trip again? Making my own content and watching. I just kind of been in a blah state for about 6 months now. So hoping to come out the other end, starting July. Well, I mean, starting today. Every day is a new day, right? To kind of get myself in a better mindset. Do I see Madam there? Where I see. Good morning, Madam. Good morning, Madam. Madam messaged me. We were talking about, well, I guess she was mainly messaging Lady Prime, but talking about future cover battles. So looking forward to that. What's that? That you have an idea?
Yes.
Oh, Lady Prime has an idea. Her phone's dead. She hasn't messaged you back. So there you go, Madam. Well, was it about midday 2 weeks ago when I sent you a screenshot of my views for that Saturday morning show? It's like 300 views. And I can only wonder why. What could it have been that brought all the eyeballs to the channel? So, but yes, always a good time with Madam. Continue to scroll through. Troy's reviews. What? Wait. Are you talking about? All right. Troy says I should have Power of the Prime Silverbolt today. I'm sure you mean Age of the Primes. I'm jealous of you because my pre-order has not come through yet. So, man alive. I am getting the Constructicons in the mail. Actually, it says it should be here by Thursday. It's the 2-pack. I believe it's Long Haul and Hook. That's what I was looking for at the store the other day. So I am eagerly awaiting that. I was able this last week or the week before to complete my pre-orders for all of the aerial bots. I had already had Silverbolt on pre-order. I've already bought Air Raid in store, and I bought Slingshot in store. So I pre-ordered Fireflight and Skydive. So I'll have a complete Superion. I'm not taking my chances like I did with Menasor. I have the G2 breakdown, but I holding out hope that they will release another breakdown in a future wave. They've been pretty good about re-releasing some figures that fans didn't get, so we'll see. But oh man, all right, Troy, post that, dude. I love watching your little comparison videos. I always like that you put another toy standing next to it, and I get a kind of a scale of the size. So awesome. Canned Onion Gaming, what is up, Neil? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Neil, Ollie wants to stream this week, and so I'm debating, because I know you guys have talked about going over to Twitch. I'm debating whether we'll do that on YouTube or Twitch. But I will let you know, because I know you've kind of messaged me about heading in that direction, and so we'll see. Super Russ 9000. I've been on the hunt for Cyborg Superman. No luck yet. For some reason, my local Walmart hasn't carried any McFarlane in over 6 months. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with the distribution, because like I feel like even at the 2 stores that I frequently visit here, when we change the mods, what we call them, we put the new figures out, or we put the new toys out. It's like we get wave 1 and 2 quickly, and then after that, we don't get any updates. No. You see the wrestlers.
Yeah, it like trickles through, like really, yeah.
And so we're still sitting with like Bruno Sammartino, whatever wave that was, like 4 or 5 waves back of the wrestling figures, whatever wave that is just sitting on.
No, we even still have basic figures, the wrestlers that are not even with the company anymore.
Well, there's a SummerSlam. What is her name? I say she reminds me of a younger you. Carmella. SummerSlam Carmella, but that SummerSlam was like 4 years ago, I think. So yeah. Just keep hunting, Russ. That's all I can say. Just dumb luck is like I said, is how I find it. Look in your electronics section. If your electronics section has toys, that's where they'll pop up sometimes. Troy is yelling, "Madam!" And there's Evil Mike. Same thing. Same with my Walmart. It has very little DC figs. Yeah, so we had a dedicated section, not at the store I work at, but the store here in town. Had a dedicated section, like 4 pegs, I think. 4 pegs, and then the shelf of DC figures. Only gave Batman 1 wave, and then the only time I've seen new figures pop up is in the electronics section.
Yeah.
What is up?
They'll hide it.
Oh,
in the...
Well, yeah, same thing at Target. You have to go to the electronics for some things. Collector P, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, sir. There you go. I got him through Amazon. I may get the previous 2 bots. Sweet. Okay. So Amazon seems to be getting their pre-orders quicker then. Are you going to collect the Studio Series Devastator? I know. I can't think of their names now. Bone Crusher and Scavenger. But no, it's not Scavenger. It's.
Oh, look, it's right there.
He's the leader of the Constructicons, and I can't think of his name. Scavenger is the oh man. Ollie's gonna get mad. You know, the one with the scoop. Anyways. It's gonna bother me. I don't know his name. The Devastator's not gonna be nearly as tall as the. It's not gonna be nearly as tall as the Combiner Wars wave was. The Combiner Wars Devastator, which man, it's almost a 10-year-old toy now. Because remember, I got the pre-order when Ollie was a baby. There's that photo of him standing next to it. That was supposed to be Titan class size, so it's a little shorter than like Fortress Maximus, probably about the size of Trypticon, maybe a little shorter. I'm thinking it's going to be more in line with the Combiners, like it was with Menasor, the previous release of Menasor. So I'm maybe 14 inches, 16 maybe. But it won't be nearly as tall, like I said, as the Combiner Wars. I'll be able to get a measurement of how tall it's going to be when Hook and Long Haul come in, because you'll be able to build the top, from head to toe with whatever this fool's name is, Scrapper. You'll be able to put him together with the foot. I'll be able to add Long Haul, and I'll be able to add Hook, so I'll get an idea of how tall it's going to be. Considering the 80s, this was how tall his foot would be. I know with Long Haul, they add some of like the thigh region of it. So, man, it may be kind of short, and I may have to take that back. Christina Payne, good morning.
Good morning.
Hope you were doing well. But yeah, Dave, when I figure out how tall he is, I'll message you on Instagram. Loving the waves in Lady's hair today. Jelly.
Thank you.
How long did that take? Didn't take long at all. It's just because you slept on the couch and messed your hair up. And
No, this is like the natural texture of my hair, but I have like crimper, or a waver. I say crimper. And I just touch it up a little bit in the front.
Can I ask a question without you getting mad?
I'm always mad. What's up?
How do you feel about your roots growing out?
Stop! Oh my goodness, you're so rude.
No, was it the other day you said something about it when we were getting in the truck? That's the only reason why I mentioned it now.
We're going to go buy hair dye today.
Oh, no, we're not.
Yes, we
don't
are.
have no money.
Well, that's what you get for trying to embarrass me.
It's not trying to embarrass you. I'm just asking you how you feel about it.
No. I don't care about like my gray showing. I just don't like.
So you've seen all those photos of me in my teen years when we were constantly bleaching our hair blonde. How do you feel when you look back and you? It's like I have this much blonde, but it's like a whole bunch of black growing out. It look like, terrible or what?
I'm like, wow, trash. No, I can't.
Fun times, dude. Fun times. Wellbore, good morning, good sir. Wellbore, the
Mr. Canada. Good morning.
Mr. Canada, official title for Wellbore, Mr. Canada, the world's greatest Superman comic book collector, baby. It's got so many issues. I kid. Christina Payne is also loving the hair.
Thank you. I got to see Madam sent me pictures of
Look at
them.
that, Dave calling me out. Scrapper is the leader. Thanks.
Yeah, this is a bit embarrassing. You call yourself
A Transformer fan? Dude, just brain fart. Compliment number 2 for Lady today. How many from Fanboy Pro so far? She asked me where the lotion was at, and my response was, wherever you put it last.
She messaged me. She was like, "Has a compliment?" And I laughed. I said, "No, this guy."
Oh, so there was someone had put a post on Instagram, and it was like a drawing. They did artwork of Scrapper. He's the leader of the Constructicons. What's up?
Nothing going.
Because I totally ignored something.
Yes.
What did I ignore?
The compliment thing, and you go back to talking. Whatever, go on.
I got a show to run.
Okay, go on.
But anyways, on Instagram, so Scrapper's the leader of the Constructicons. It's a sick team. They come together and form a giant robot. The way that it would transition, they call it Scramble City, where the leader would be the biggest piece, and he would be like your torso and like the thighs, and then you would connect a piece to the legs, connect the arms, and that would be the leader. But he's unique in the fact that he's the left leg, right? And so someone did a drawing, fantastic artwork, or they got a clip of a comic, one of the two. I don't think it was comic because you could still see the amateurness of it, but maybe I'm wrong. And it's like a thought bubble with Scrapper at the bottom, holding, because it's basically he's standing upside down doing a handstand. His arms come back and form the legs. And he said, "There, like, what did I do to deserve this?" Because he's got all the weight of the other robots on it. It was a funny thought. Yeah, I put most of my weight on my left leg. I have a poor center of balance. Random fact right there.
No, I probably would put more on my.
More on your right. A whole lot more. Compliment.
No,
It's a booty compliment. Super Russ, no doubt the wrestling figures have been hard to find lately.
The newest one I got, like actual new one, was Jay White, an AEW figure.
Hashtag rats, definitely. Troy's review says, not really. I did pre-order G2 colors of Slug. Now I call him Slag and Snarl. They changed his name because apparently Slag is like a bad term or whatever. But
and England.
Yeah, but he will always be Slag to me. I think Slug is a. I mean, I get it. It kind of follows the line, the line of thinking between Sludge, Grimlock, not Spook, but Sludge, Grimlock. Why can't I think of the Snarl? Kind of follows that line, but the S's and whatnot. And no, yeah, I give me Slag. Well, Bor, I only had Bone Crusher. My cousin had the others.
He has a lot that he never shows.
Yeah, which I'm either going to sell him or start utilizing. So one of my complaints about him was his stubby arms, or it's because of the chest piece. If they would have made him like this, it still looks a little weird, but the arms have more length. So there is an upgrade kit I bought for this.
How come they didn't do, like, these are the wheels? Why didn't they do them black? To give them more dimension.
Because this is how the original toy was released. Yeah, that's why. But no, like, it would have looked better in black, but they're trying to match. Of course, he looks all whited out here because of the sun. But they're trying to get him to match the how the 80s toys looked.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, I see it.
All right, so there's two lines of thinking. I'm sorry. Actually, no. They're trying to get him to match what he looked like in the cartoon series, in the movie. I'm sorry, because this comes from the studio series wave. So they're based upon the robot mode looking like the animation. So that's two lines of thinking with collecting modern Transformers. Some toys will, or some waves or some releases of toys will try to focus on how they looked in the 80s, the toy. And then some will try to look like how they looked in the animation style. And that's why, no, yeah, it would have looked better with the black legs, black treads. I agree. But Wellbore will go into his attic and find random stuff. He found I believe it was Grimlock. He found a Grimlock in his attic. I've gone up into my grandmother's attic and I haven't found anything.
Wait until we go through your mom's stuff.
But damaged.
Wait until we go into the storage shed.
I'm afraid to go in there.
Well,
They find snakes in those things. Adam says, "Oh, slap him."
To be murdered, certainly.
Third time. Top. Oh. I didn't love it. Look how young I was.
That was last year.
Top. Oh. That was not a good one. That was not a good one. I'm sorry.
My legs are super pale.
Yeah, I can't get any color on my legs. Do I need to go out there and like burn? Because I've been wearing shorts.
You want some tanner?
No.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you.
Candy Onion Gaming, laugh out loud, no money. He was just talking about all these action figures. Wait, what?
Saying that you don't have any money because I can't buy hair.
I love how you picked that up right away. Thanks, Neil.
Thank you, Neil. See?
Oh, these are old. These are old.
Yeah. No.
Laugh out loud. I gotta run. No time for goblin. I gotta shut her.
Okay.
Man, I guess we have to do it. Lady Prime, that blue is an amazing color on you. Is it?
Thank you. I tried to get him to match the theme, but he's just.
Oh no, my pink shirt has all these stains on it, which I don't know where the stains came from. I don't know what I washed with, what I may have washed that came off, or what you may have washed. If you see any clothes in bags off to the side, that's what I wore when I changed the oil in the trucks or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So don't wash those with regular clothes. Okay. Probably need to clean the washer.
Mm-hmm.
And why you don't want to say it here? Because I'm like,
they don't care.
Choice reviews. Looks like I'm getting a Fantastic Four First Step Silver Surfer coming earlier than I expected. Right. I am slowing down on Marvel Legends.
Yeah, there was a time when you were buying them like.
Well, I had certain figures that I wanted, and
right. And you didn't just buy one. You bought. How many of the things did you buy?
I bought two of the things because I wanted one to display on the wall, and then Ollie was going to open one for Christmas.
Ollie was obsessed.
And then I bought two Thanos, so Ollie could open a Thanos, and then I keep one in the package. So what does this kid who hasn't opened Thanos want to do? He wants to open the second one. And then he put Thanos in the toys to give away.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. I had to tell him, no, we're not doing that. Really, Christina, fanboy is slacking on this point. Do you look better in that blue, or do I? Because I have a few shirts in coming that blue.
You have that sweatsuit. It looks good on you.
You guys look good at me? Thank you. Appreciate the compliment.
This, what was it, Monday? I don't know what it was. He picked me up, and his eyes looked really green because he has colored eyes.
Thank you. Madam says she likes the Action Comic shirt.
And I told him, I was like, oh, I was trying to compliment him, but I didn't want to compliment him. So I said, let me take a picture of your eye. So
My eye? Because I wouldn't give you the full.
Yeah.
What's up, Doug? The Pole Barn Productions. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. You probably have much better weather than we do here, Doug. Being up in the north. I think he needs one, Madam. Jinx was about to say that. Oh, Jinx was about to say that. Slag forever. Thank you, Dave. I agree. Oh, man, the chat is now getting away from me. Carmen's Craft says, have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. I need to get busy for my niece's birthday party. All right, Christine,
yes.
Carmen. Confusing name. All right, Carmen, have a fantastic birthday party. Have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit.
I have my niece over here. She was stressing me out because we were going through comics and she doesn't know. And they're not my comics, the ones I was going through. And I was like, hold on, Kenneth. Well, her name is McKinley, but I call her Kenneth.
I said basement. I meant attic. I'm sorry, Bellbore. We have no basements here. Oh no, I'm sorry. I said attic. He said basement. We have basements here. That's what it was. I said it reversed. We have an attic in my grandmother's house. There's nothing up there but tore up ductwork, so I need to go fix that.
And rat.
Christina Payne, I liked GoBots growing up. I think GoBots get a bad rap. Like the animations, I can get why people make fun of it. But when they weren't showing Transformers on TV, me and my brother absolutely tore it up for GoBots. And the GoBots have one of the cooler combiners. He was called Puzzler. He was 6 cars. I used to own that. Had it when I moved to San Antonio in 2001 and sold it because I needed to pay rent.
How much you sell?
More than I bought it for.
Ooh, we have to go. Speaking of selling stuff, I sold 2 things. I got to drop off at the post office.
Those boots that you had me buy a box for earlier this week?
The boots, and then I sold a hat.
All right. We got to go sell stuff. Priorities, comics, figures, family, hair, maintenance. Yes. Green hazel eyes, right?
Your eyes.
She's asking.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes it just depends on what he wears. They pop out more.
I've done that before to assure my boyfriend does indeed have green in his eyes. Well, all right, Lady Prime, you picked the cover theme battle. You want to share?
No. Just kidding. Let's see.
No. You don't have to show your cover.
Oh.
Tell them the theme.
The theme is Battle of the Sexes.
Okay, so how'd you come up with it?
So I was on eBay and I was looking at She-Hulk covers, and it was Red She-Hulk and Red Hulk fighting, and then it just clicked in my head. I was like,
we should do this.
There's a theme right there.
Did you go and buy that comic?
I did not.
I gave you an extra week.
But it triggered the brain.
All right, Madam won last time, so your cover theme you pick. Who goes first?
You can go first. It's your show.
I've never said that.
Just pop up.
Alrighty.
Here.
This may be not so much the art, but Red She-Hulk's name is She-Bulk. She-Bulk. Not to be confused with She-Bop.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is not necessarily an art piece, but it's my 2 of my favorite DC comic book characters, and I think they would have a fantastic battle if they could capture it on, or like if they did live action versions of this fight. It should be a knockdown, drag out affair. Should last probably 45 minutes to 2 hours. It is Batgirl versus Deathstroke. Cassandra Cain versus Slade Wilson. Is it Batman and Batman?
I hate
this cover. Battle of the Sexes here is what we're going for. We're not going. I didn't even realize. This is Nightwing 81. I didn't even realize Nightwing's eyes were kind of in the background.
Are you gonna throw up?
Slinky, don't throw up on the couch. Slinky.
Yeah.
Yep. It's because he was eating pieces of that bear you gave him.
Yeah.
And I try to get it out of him. No.
As long as it's on the
On the cover? Yeah. Fanboy Prime keeps his Batman in an environmentally controlled vault. This is not Batman. This is Nightwing. What is she doing on that cover? Let's see. It looks like she's doing a flip over Deathstroke's sword.
Yeah, I couldn't really tell that was
Batgirl.
Batgirl.
Showing off her things. Exactly, collector.
You okay now?
Cassandra would mop the floor with Wade. At the time, yes. Now, heck no. Yeah, Cassandra Cain was she was my, or she is my favorite member of the Bat family. I like her origin. I like the early issues of Batgirl. She doesn't really talk much.
He's trying to cover it up.
Yeah, I notice he does that. You try not to get in trouble?
Thank you for trying to cover it.
Cassandra mopped the floor with Wade. At the time, yes. Now, heck no. So there you go. They did not like to have the.
It's hard to. There's some that are hard to capture.
So there we go. What you got? Oh, and then she learns how to talk, or she communicates with fighting, and they're able to read her language. And eventually, she learns how to talk. It's kind of.
Is it like
it's comic books.
What is that? The movie?
The movie?
Yeah.
Well,
the movie. I just saw it the other day. The name was Strong. No.
Only the Strong. Is that what it is?
I think so.
So you have James, my old roommate, loved that movie, and I made fun of him so bad for it that he moved out. No, that's not the reason he moved out. Madam says it's too convoluted. Evil Mike says, I think she's currently the second best hand-to-hand fighter. What's up, Trev? Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Mike, who would be the best hand-to-hand fighter? Because she did defeat Lady Shiva, right? I don't know. I don't know current DC. Who would you say is the best hand-to-hand fighter? I would hope they don't put Batman. I would hope they still give it to someone else.
Just here.
Trev says Cassandra Cain number 1. Well, no. Well, here's why I say it, because they I mean, that was part of these characters' things, and it's something that was mentioned. So I'm hoping they did. She did twice. Okay, that's what I thought. Defeating Lady Shiva, because Lady Shiva was the standard.
I was gonna say, but I can't think of the name.
Well, it's like, okay, so there's Mr. Terrific. So, like, of course,
Right.
the era of comics I read, like 2007, 2010, like I was buying a lot. They always refer to him, like in the bubble below it, was the third smartest man in the universe, or whatever. So I always assumed it's Batman, or I always assumed it's Batman number 2 and Lex Luthor number 1. Is what I always assumed. I don't know that that's what it is, but it's what I assumed. And so, like, if they're going to say this person's the best hand-to-hand fighter, and they're not going to age you, and they're not going to do this huge story arc where they eventually become the number 1, then keep it like that. Don't just, because it's Batman. You know, that's my thing. We don't have Whataburgers up here. How depressing is that? Madam says, Trev, Whataburger in that tummy right now? Or are you waiting? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so he thinks it is currently Lady Shiva, but Cassandra has beaten her. 3rd is Batman. 4th is Bronze Tiger. Yeah, I knew Bronze Tiger was somewhere around there. I haven't read much anything with Bronze Tiger in there, but I do remember them mentioning his exceptional skill. All right, what you got? It's my alarm.
For what?
I don't know. I'll have to wake up on Sunday morning. That's not fighting. They're doing an acrobatics routine.
No, we're not. It's fighting. Double teaming.
Madam says love it.
Just jealous because you didn't find
That's an acrobatics
it.
routine.
No, it's not. I knew you were gonna say that too. I was like, he's gonna say no. They're doing a routine.
Because Dick Grayson is an acrobatic.
I know that.
Is it this?
I mean, it could be.
Madam loves it.
And it's a Batman cover, and it belongs to Fanboy Prime.
These came from these came from Nightwing 207. I was like, what is this? His other name. This came from his collection, Nightwing 207s. Madam says, if those thighs were closer, that guy couldn't breathe.
That's
what same artist.
Fanboy Prime says.
I don't know who the cover artist on this one is. This one says Johnson on it. Oh man, look at this paper. That's good paper right there. It's printed on. Where they don't give the info the way they do nowadays. Smells like an older comic though. Probably not a good thing. They are fighting. Wink, wink. They are fighting. Was that book hard to find? What I mean is, because I knew when you told me Battle of the Sexes, I knew pretty much what covers I was going to go look for. But you don't know my collection as well.
No, I did. I was like, that's not fair. Because when I got home,
I give you all week to look through them, and I wait till the last minute. I'm not even going to lie. Trev says the best way to die, Thunder dies. Did they freeze? Is it me? Oh, I don't know. Did we freeze? No. Hopefully we didn't freeze.
I don't know. I lost my phone, so I couldn't.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
I was going to say
it's you, Brad. It's Brad. Hey, Tim, what is up? Comic collector. Tim bought I don't know if it's a platinum Deadshot, but I know it's a McFarlane Toys Deadshot. We have that at my store that I work at. Oh, man, it's so tempting to get. I just don't need another toy.
You're a little sunburned.
Well, I was out. Okay, yes, so I am a little sunburned. We will do round one, and then I'll explain why I'm a little sunburned. Ready?
Yeah.
But Tim has a Deadshot. It's a fantastic toy, and then he showed it off too. I'm like, man, I really want that in my collection, but I need to slow down. Remember to She-Hulk smash the thumbs up. Thank you, Christina Payne. Appreciate that. So round one's Battle of the Sexes comes down to a fight that no one can make out, and this acrobatics routine that Lady Primes insists is a fight.
Dance fighting. There's dance fighting. We just got done talking about the movie. The movie that started it all.
All right, let's see. Evil Mike puts the vote line up. So Collector P is taking Lady Prime. Christina Payne is taking Lady Prime. Just Your Average Geeks is taking Lady Prime. Trev is taking Fanboy Prime. Evil Mike is taking Fanboy Prime. Madam says hard decision here. Lady, she's taking Lady Prime. Doug is taking Lady Prime. Super Russ 9000 is taking Lady Prime. Wellbore is taking Fanboy Prime. Troy's review says Lady Prime because of the wrong thought. Brian LCS is taking Good Morning All. I don't know if Tim meant to vote for me when he says Nightwing. Trying to get all my votes in that I can.
He just didn't want to say your name. So he was like, let me just put the comic.
Good morning, Brian. Hope you're doing well. And I hope everybody is recovering nicely from the last weekend's fun and festivities. Yes, Lady Prime for the win. I think Brian is right. I think he made the official call there.
I know, I was proud of myself too.
So, yes, I am a little sunburned just because the sun shines bright in South Texas. We got home yesterday. Got home in my 2001 Dodge Ram. Pulled up. Honked to let there it is. 3 day. Jeez, please just put the name. Pulled up in my 2001 Dodge Ram. It's a 25-year-old vehicle at this point, but my inherited from great uncle. He took care of it really well, so it has less than 80,000 miles. I might actually have more than that now because I have been driving it quite a bit to work. All right, Mike. Have a good day at work. Enjoy it. But yeah, you saw Mike's video when he had to call into work that one day. That's crazy, right? So yeah, pulled up, got out of the vehicle, honked to let everybody know I was here because we need to give Lady Prime a ride to work. Got into my vehicle I bought a month ago, my Ford Ranger, my 2021 Ford Ranger, and it wouldn't start. Just and I was like, oh, come on. I had a fairly I was pretty sure it was the battery. Sure enough, it was the battery. When I took it out, it was the factory battery that was in there since that vehicle's birth. So everything's running good now. But yeah, so I was outside to change the battery. Got a lot of sun shining on my face, so that's why it is a little red. It's not as easy to change the battery in newer vehicles because they complicate matters versus in the old vehicles. You just got to take off the
pull it up and stuff like
you got to loosen it a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, I have more miles on my 2015. Yeah, I believe it. Like I said, when I got it, it may have been right around 62,000 miles. The red truck. Yeah. And so he took care of it real well. I need to go change the shocks on it. Shock absorbers on it, so we'll be doing that this weekend. And I got to go change the power steering pressure line. I'm just unsure of how to bleed it after I do that, but I'll YouTube all that, figure that out. You're up. Oh, you're waiting till I introduce the banner. I couldn't put the banner in last time because we had the three-way shot and it covered up too much. Man, a lot of dead air right there. Robin would have pointed that out.
I know. Dead air. That's what she would say.
Los hair today. LP's hair today.
Thank you.
That's your third compliment on your hair.
Yeah, for sure.
Brian LCS, I've got to run. Errands to take care of this morning. Have a great day, all. Hitting the like button on my way. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you. See ya.
Have a good day. Get all them honeydews done. Who's fighting on that one?
Supergirl and Superman.
All right. This is a fully powered Supergirl. This is pre-crisis, so she was pretty close to Superman's level.
And every time I wore a Superman shirt, Fanboy Prime would tell me,
you're wearing a Supergirl shirt. Girls can't wear Superman shirts unless it's an actual drawing of Superman. It's not actually my argument. I stole that from a friend.
You're not very original.
I stole it from a friend. It was he had written a movie script which has the greatest. It's a movie script about comics or comic book stores or comic collectors. It's got the greatest title of all time, and I've still been a faithful friend to him. I have never used it because I've wanted to use it on this live stream, but I have not done that. And that's one of the arguments the characters that work in this comic book store have, is that one of the guys is like, no, you're wearing a Supergirl shirt. You're not wearing a Superman shirt. And, yeah.
So if I wear a Batman shirt, does that mean I'm wearing a Batgirl shirt?
Depends on what the symbol is. They share the same symbol, so that's the argument there.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Compliment number 3 for Lady. I'll keep count, fanboy. Don't worry. Thanks. That the last appearance of Supergirl before her death? I am not sure. Well, more. It very well could be. Trev the Shipping Guru says, dope cover. That is a dope cover, Lady Prime. Where did you get that?
I stole it from Fanboy Prime.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. You don't think it's too thin here on the sides? It looks pretty good.
Yeah, those are some nice pews.
Well, boy. It is crazy how people told me once I hit a certain age that was going to start happening, and Lady Prime's always, stop. I love it when you use the tweezers and you pinch too close and you actually yank my ear out.
I love it. I'm like, I just go, let me pet.
Friend of the channel, Manny the Hop Album Collector. Good morning. House chores, errands, but we'll listen in. All right. Thanks, Manny. I understand. Manny posting some shorts on Instagram about his yard work. And he said amateur mistake. Do you remember ever hearing about when my mom was putting some fertilizer out?
No.
But she didn't realize the thing was open. So when she dumped the fertilizer into the push thing, it was just dropped in this one spot. And so it put a burn spot. Because it's too much and it actually burns the grass. And so that's what Manny was posting about. He's putting fertilizer out to kind of fix some plots.
Did you see what I put on Instagram?
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did.
Which one?
When you know that you're old and you notice.
Oh, you compliment someone else's yard.
That's him.
Yeah. Well, he was showing some other stuff too, and I was like, man, I'm jealous. So my stepdad didn't do as much on the garden this year because death of my mom and whatnot. He maintained it to a point because it was something to keep him busy, but then he got to that point where he just didn't care about it. He did harvest the potatoes, but like Manny's garden is still needing to, it hasn't reached the point of being harvested because our weather is like ahead of schedule here because it's so hot. And so it's funny to see the differences in the yard, right? And differences in how it is at different places in the country too. No, that's not what I was looking for. Where's it at? I saw it.
What?
There. Nice hand, fanboy. Is it Lady Brown? I clicked it because I thought he was going to be a compliment. Didn't know he was going to be dissing me for wearing your stuff. No, this one is mine. This one is mine, Neil.
I don't buy white.
Thank you. Hey, Lady Fantastic. Good morning.
Good
morning. You're doing well, Caroline. Lady pulling out the pubes reference. I said pubs. Scroll through before I show my book. All right. Brad has Viking braids.
Who?
Wellborn.
Oh, Brad has Viking braids?
Yes, Vikings were very big in. Oh, why is this on here? There we go. It wouldn't let me close it.
In
his nether region.
I was like, that's where my mind went. And
Immediately, that's where your mind went.
Not right. Okay.
All right.
Not right.
I think your cover's cooler.
I know.
So I'm gonna have to pull out some goat. Manny says my parent-in-law have been super helpful with my garden. My summer students opted out, so a lot of time for the house now. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's right. Because normally you would mention that you were still doing some teaching in the summer. So there you go. Love early morning pube talk.
Yep.
Pub talk. I'm going to go ahead and go with this Jim Lee piece from Superman 211. We have a Wonder Woman Superman battle. This is from the For Tomorrow storyline, which I really can't tell you what it's about. Oh, no, I can. I remember now. I just don't remember why the priest is in there, other than it's an opportunity for Superman to make some confessionals about what's going on. But a bunch of people get zapped away to the Phantom Zone, and Superman's looking for them. Yeah. Madam, with the nice cover. It's about the greatest compliment I've gotten as far as my covers relate to Madam.
Yeah.
No, I've pulled a few out that she likes. Trev is going to pull out the Jim Lee Goat and Fire. Excellent composition. I may have pulled this cover out too early because if a Otaku tour guide shows up later, I just gave away a vote. I had the opportunity to hang out on Otaku live stream last Friday. We went to pretty late. I think it was 1 a.m. here. I think we had a 3-hour live stream.
I couldn't watch it all. I fell asleep.
And so it was his 8 o'clock, my 10 o'clock when we started.
It's crazy.
Now, it may not have run full 3 hours because we talked for a little bit after the live stream. So, yeah, did some family talking. He had some thoughts on Ollie James.
Ollie had summer school, but he didn't go the last.
Ollie, yeah, so apparently Ollie has been dealing with a bad ear infection. And
the allergies have been really bad for him this month.
Well, yeah.
So he got sent home quite a bit.
But we took him to the doctor, and they're like, that ear infection is bad. And I'm like, well, you gave him, the last time we came in for his earache, they gave us antibiotics.
Yeah, and he finished it.
He finished it, and he didn't complain for like a week. So we were thinking it was allergies or whatever, but maybe it was just the ear infection constantly giving him issues. That was a long live for sure. I couldn't watch it all. Well, we were just hanging out. So.
And this guy talks forever.
That may have been a problem, yes. Great cover. Wonder Woman just asked Superman if he needs a Tic Tac. He did not take it well. Wellbore says same. I'm assuming he means that it was a long live stream. Oh, come on now. Bit long-winded on one side. Oh, there we go. Everyone's a critic. It's terrible because I forget that like we're doing a live stream for an audience, and here I am just chatting with a friend.
Yeah.
Because I did the same thing on Phil's.
But then you don't want to make it seem like it's
like that it's not genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I hate when I watch interviews by someone that I like and they're interviewing them, and it's just
they're
like
just going through the motions.
Yeah.
Trevor's taking Fanboy Prime. Dave is taking Fanboy Prime. Wellbore is taking Lady Prime. Madam is taking Fanboy Prime. Collector P says tough choice, but Lady Prime. I really do like the cover you picked. That was a good one. I forgot about that cover. Manny the Hobgoblin Collector is taking Fanboy Prime. Troy's Reviews is taking Fanboy. Uh-oh. I played it smart with going with the...
Because I like... This is what my eye draws towards, too.
But you also like the... Okay, this cover is like about 20 years old, but I would still still categorize it with the modern art, but you like the older art because that's like 85 right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels like there's more, it's a little bit more rounded, where modern it seems like more jagged edges. I don't know.
I just like...
But then again, this looks different than current modern covers because they use a lot of computer stuff, so.
20 years. Someone was talking to me at work on the phone. They were like, oh yeah, 20 years ago. And in my head,
she appreciates the black screen space in the background of hopefully.
That and then the colors just pop.
Trev the Shipping Guru says Jim Lee is my kryptonite. Oh, I forgot to put the banner up earlier. Still gotta go.
This is sticky.
No, it's still, they never cut it.
Oh,
it's not cut all the way. No, I'll mess with it later. Sticky. Made me think I'm gonna make them think.
I don't have to make them think. They already know.
Oops.
You're disgusting human being.
Well, since we're speaking of me being disgusting and my perversions, I'll go ahead and show my next cover. It wasn't sticky. The paper wasn't cut all the way on a few of the pages. So like it's folded there rather than, at least that's what it looked like. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Because like 3 or 4, yeah.
Okay. I am not going to get in trouble for messing that up.
Trev the Shipping Guru does want that cover though, it says.
I'll sell it to you.
Taking my books. All right. Since we're talking about how disgusting I am, let's go ahead and go with one of my favorite covers. This is Action Comics 584. It's a choke cover. It's Superman versus the Teen Titans, but he's got Donna Troy there in a compromising position. So this is one of the knocks on John Byrne, is that there's always a man choking a woman in his artwork. It's like it's a go-to thing for him. And so like people and so like there's a certain section of the community that will, I'm not saying our online YouTube community, I just meant in the fandom, like you can read them not collecting it, but talking bad about it.
Right.
You know, talking bad about it.
Yeah, they're going to be like, how could they do that?
Yeah, oh, John Byrne and does this and his, whatever. It's, there is something fundamentally wrong with this cover. What is it, madam? I love the joy in Superman's face while he's doing so. Thank you, Trev. If Superman was really battling them,
She's in a one piece. Let me see.
That would be her arm taken out. She's in a one piece because that was the
style.
that was how they did her back.
I like it.
You like it. Wellboard doesn't have this issue. I'm surprised.
They had Karate Kid toys.
Uh-huh.
Did not know that.
My cousin Jesse used to own a few of them.
He would.
There's a Black Ninja, this guy right here. And so like you can take his arm and kind of you wind it up and let it go and he gives a chop. Yeah. There was also Chuck Norris toys.
I didn't know that.
There you go.
I learned something new today.
But like I said, the joy on his face when doing that. I'm surprised you don't have this, Wellboard. This is the first issue of Action Comics after the reset. This is the first issue of Action Comics that takes place in the post-crisis continuity. This is when Action Comics was a team-up title for, let's see, this is 584, say about 17 issues. Action Comics replaced DC Comics Presents. DC Comics Presents went by the wayside, and then Action Comics will replace it as the team-up book. You're up.
So you're not alone, and you don't get canceled, and everyone thinks you're an awful person because we're both awful together.
Oh, that's how we got together.
Yeah, this is about right.
It's the opposite though. You
Yeah.
You put the stuff on me. What is that stuff called? Yes, they supposedly used it on the Undertaker at WrestleMania 9.
Chloroform. But like he's doing it in a loving way. Like he's like,
here, baby. So I always use this cover when I talk about how great Batman is and the bad stuff he does. 585, you just checked. This is Action Comics 584. Oh, okay, I got you. I think 586 is the first issue of my run. I got you. Okay, 585 was his first one. 585, I believe, is Superman teaming up with the Phantom Stranger. Right? Because 586, 3 issues into the new title, into the new continuity, they already did a company-wide crossover. Because Crisis of Infinite Earth was so successful, they did Legends. So there you go. Wellboard, yeah, was correct.
I've been holding on to this cover.
You've been holding on to that cover? What do you mean?
Because this cover I wanted to do for the comic book jams. But I hadn't found a song. I mean, I know a few songs, but
okay, I got you.
I was like, oh, it's been a while, so I was like, I could bust this one.
I need to get with Neil and Robin so that we can do a comic book cover jams again. Alrighty, round 3. When you tell me to hold you, is this how you mean on this cover?
No, that's what your interpretation is of when I say, can you hold me?
Troy's Reviews, Lady Prime, why? So, okay, yeah, I was saying I always use that cover when I make my videos where I diss Batman and, I show how heroic Batman is. That's technically not Batman on there. That's Hugo Strange wearing his Batman outfit. Trev is taking Lady Prime. Madam is taking Lady Prime. Collector P is taking Lady Prime. We've offended everyone else, and they've left.
They're like, we can't vote because then it shows how sick and demented we are.
Troy's Review. Nope, not touching this round. Thank you, Super Russ. Not afraid to be a choker himself. Skillfully placed hand on the stomach.
I already knew that Russ was
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
An awful person.
Wellboard is taking Lady Prime. Evil Mike's taking Fanboy. Thank you, Mike. S&M round. I didn't even realize.
What?
That whip is around his neck. I didn't even realize that.
That's what I was like.
I was just paying attention to the...
It's Battle of the Sexes because I was like, well, she has to be like trying to fight back, you know?
Yeah. I didn't even realize how much of a choking cover that really is. Man,
And it's your
I
cover.
really have way too many choking covers in my collection.
And this is one of your covers, yeah.
Technically, that's not Superman if you read the story. So that's correct. This kid right here swaps bodies with Superman. Yeah. Which that's another knock that they make on comic book writers, that they don't like that trope where like the handicapped person, when given the opportunity to swap bodies, or the weak and feeble person, when given the opportunity to swap bodies, doesn't do it for good. They do it for evil. But the whole idea you swap the body means you're evil to begin with, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. But that's another thing that people look way over-examine certain things.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a fan of those that diss.
I'm just not a fan of people.
Well, you know, they talk bad about comic artists making women over-sexualized. It's a visual art form to begin with, so. And rarely do we ever say, well, they over-sexualize the men. It's always as if you women are these weak, feeble things.
And then not only that, I can attest to this, okay? Women will talk bad about men going to strip clubs, right? And I've gone to them.
Men are far nicer at the strip club than women.
And I've gone to where there's, you know, half-naked men, and these women are like grabbing, and they have no shame. Like, they're just all in it. And the guys don't go, they don't fight it. I'm not saying it's
You're not saying it's right. You're not saying right. And then, well, I mean, it would be terrible if it happened the opposite way, right?
Right.
But it should be terrible both ways.
It should be terrible both ways.
Well, what was the concert that what's her name stopped because some woman reached up and touched her?
Hill?
Yeah, Faith Hill stopped that concert because she reached up to touch his package.
Yeah.
But, that's terrible. Todd McFarlane gave Spidey a BBL. Is that a Brazilian butt lift?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, like, women can't crowd surf because there's always going to be one guy
that's got to
grab a butt or grab a crotch or whatever. Like, because they did it to Shakira. When she performed, was it a Metallica? It was like the tribute. Do you remember those that they would do?
It was a tribute to who?
No, it was Aerosmith. I'm sorry. Where they had other people playing Aerosmith songs, and they would sit in the crowd. Like I believe it was Aerosmith, and she crowd surfed, and then you could see some guy like grab her butt because, you know.
It's because women are sexy and us guys aren't, so we can't be sexualized. Yeah.
And then also because men nudity is not supposed to be sexy. They've always made it to be where it's funny.
Oh, funny, yeah.
Funny. So, yeah. I
don't know.
There's also that.
What do you feel about women are set up because Barbie is like the... How do you feel about that? When
I was younger, it made me upset. Because when I was younger, I was very like, what would you say? I was like anti-girly. So I was offended. And because in the household I grew up, the women were like, you have to look like this and do your hair like this and do your makeup like this. If you don't, then no guy's going to ever want you. And I was like, well, forget that. And I was just like, I rebelled, and I wore all black, and I wore super dark makeup because.
Okay, so when it sets up false standards, right? Because they say they have to live up to Barbie, but boys had He-Man toys, right? Mm-hmm. But guys never complain about false standards, right?
Well, even like Superman.
Because here's the thing: women always complain that guys do all these things. It ain't guys that y'all are complaining about.
Yeah,
it's other women y'all are complaining about.
True.
The real enemy for women is other women.
Because if I were a superhero, I wouldn't want to look like me. I would want a better version of me. I don't want the.
Madam says, yes, I've crowd surfed at the Smashing Pumpkins concert. I was taken all the way to the front, then the grabbing started, so I kicked my way down, almost smashed against the stage.
Yeah. There's always just that one person or a few.
Yeah.
So.
Shout out to seeing Smashing Pumpkins live.
Yeah.
I was listening to a security guard help me out. Yeah, people can be terrible. But I was listening to Today and Disarm. It played on the radio. I mean, that's like their hits or whatever. But I I forgot, like, not that I forgot about them. I knew the songs. I could still sing every word, but man, these are really good songs. And so I need to go back and listen to those albums because I never owned that album. I owned Melancholy and Infinite Sadness. I had that album. So.
Yet last night I got depressed because I was watching a bunch of Beastie Boys stuff, Beastie Boy interviews, Beastie Boy live
When did they
concerts.
put a new album out?
Shut up. And I have my regrets because
You didn't see them live?
I didn't get to see them live, and they're like one of my favorite bands. I'm listening to the audiobook, but I want the physical copy. But anyways, I digress.
Oh, it was epic. The crowd was throwing cheese at Billy Corbin because he's from Illinois and Wisconsin hates them. There's something about the Midwest. Like I like Big Ten football. So I watch college football more than I do pro football.
Mm-hmm.
And the Big Ten is a lot of Midwest. They've expanded to the West Coast. They've expanded to the East. But like the old schools there, like the rivalries, like
just little things.
Little things. It's like it makes it special and unique. So yeah, I dig it. I like Pisces, Iscariots. There you go. Smashing Pumpkins have been steadily dropping albums. They really have.
Really?
Like he's still okay. And what else does he do now?
I mean, he does wrestling. So
He runs the National Wrestling Alliance, which is pretty cool. I think it's crazy that Billy Corbin and Bill Burr are brothers. That's another thing.
I was about to say that. Me and Trevor thinking like, yes.
And it's crazy that they found out. Well, not found out. That it got outed or public wise on that one person's podcast, live stream, whatever it was.
Was it Howie Mandel? Or
Yes.
Howie Mandel, yeah.
Bill Burr was pretty upset about that.
Yeah.
Pretty upset about that. So yeah.
And I wouldn't think it would be such a big deal now. I mean, but whatever. We all deal differently.
Yeah. See, it's crazy. Because
he named him freaking Bill.
Yes, that was always a joke, right? And then it's like, oh no, it's real.
How do people? Never mind.
Yo, I had a dream. I made it with Billy Good Times, and I woke up.
CD Ray, I thought I saw that. That's the first thing I saw. And I spit on myself.
Oh, there you go. You're up, Lady Pride. But anyways, you heard it. You heard it here. Lady Prime didn't fight it. Women are y'all's own worst enemy.
We are our worst. I'm my own worst.
There was a video playing where this tall girl talked about how she didn't want short men.
I heard you listening to that.
It came up on the YouTube Shorts or whatever. And then she said that, like, we scrolled through them, but I was changing, so I didn't get to swap through it.
Yeah.
She dated some guy her same height, and that he complained that she was in heels and he was taller than her. I was like, dude, no guy ever complains about that unless they're like really, really insecure.
Unless you're Tom Cruise.
No guy ever. It's like when Tracy broke up with me, one of the things she said, and I'm sure it was like a dig, is like, oh, I can wear high heels again. I was like, you could have wore high heels the whole time. I didn't care. You know who cared? She cared because she was worried what other girls were gonna say about it.
Yeah, because she was gonna. Never mind.
Women are y'all.
She was gonna be
Y'all. And here's the thing: y'all allow women to be y'all's worst enemy, which in turn makes you your own worst enemy.
I mean, I'm my own worst enemy forever.
It's not guys doing these things or setting these things. Oh, guys can wear the same clothes day after. You can too. You can too. It's not me who's going to be this. I mean, when the smell gets bad.
So that lets you know, guys, that
Fanboy
Prime does not watch his clothes.
Well, no, I'm
just kidding.
It's not a big thing. Oh, guy puts on the jeans that he wore the day before. That is what I mean.
Yeah.
That. Or that. Oh, we have to dress up to the awards show. You don't. Y'all want to, and then complain about it.
Well, mine is different. I can't. I just like to dress up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Y'all like to do it. It's not something you have to do. It's something y'all like to do. Just turn underwear inside out, good to go. Right.
They still have.
It's only bad when you lean down and you can see part of your underwear. If the crack doesn't show, you see part of your underwear and the brown stains on the outside and the inside. Dressing up is just fun, right?
Yeah.
But there will be those who say they have to dress up. You don't have to. Y'all want to. Stop making an argument about it.
That's how he talks to me all the time.
Whoa.
How he is right now, that's how he
Trev doesn't want y'all to wear the same clothes over and over again.
He just doesn't want us to wear clothes. You're encouraging us to wear clothes. He does not want that.
I had to dress up. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't have to wear anything.
Slap him. All right. Let's see. Hold on. Based upon the back of this cover, the back of the book, I'm guessing this is an 80s book. She-Hulk, okay.
And I was dumb. I was like, oh, I don't have any covers. She-Hulk. Duh. Robin said, hi, fanboy.
What's up, Robin? Is this making it better or worse? Does it white it out or less white it out?
No, leave it on.
Leave it on? Okay. What about this?
I don't know. You tell me.
It's the problem with doing it right here.
Hi, Robin.
Oh, it looks better. Get the whip out, lady. You can recreate that cover you just showed. Robin, what is up? How are you doing? Robin, I miss walking with you to the store. I'm not online as much as normal, so I don't catch your the grappler. Perfect. I don't catch your lives as often anymore. I'm good. How are you? Fantastic. Or as well as can be. Fantastic. I'm fantastic.
What you got?
I don't know if this counts.
It does.
Let's see what the chat says. This is not necessarily a battle taking place, but it's about to. Same thing like when the kiss is about to take place.
Yeah.
Still a kiss cover, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Battle of the Sexes. I've got Transformers number 10. Got Chromia with a 6-shot lurking in the background.
I say it does because there's not like physical contact being made.
They're about to fight. He's about to attack her.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
Or you feel like this is just stylized. This is just a stylized cover.
Yeah.
Like she's okay. You don't want me to do it?
No, I mean you can ask them. That's just me. I'm just one person.
Well, there's one person saying not a valid entry. What's that say? She is the female character, Chromia, and he is the male character. Troy's reviews, it counts.
Well, it's up to the commissioners. So they know who they are.
Mind you, this comes off of the previous IDW series where there were gay robots. So I'll allow it.
Okay,
I'll allow it.
There's Commissioner Trev.
Which people got upset about. Didn't really read the title. And because Transformers isn't about all that stuff, they're interjecting what we're going through. It's not about that. It's about the warring races of Autobots and Decepticons fighting for the survival of their planet. Right. Trev, Your Honor, hear me out. They could be getting ready to kiss. Who knows? Autobot Chromia and Decepticon 6-shot. So this series, this Bold New Era, it was a resetting of the IDW universe or resetting of the Transformers universe. And it's supposed to take place during the early days, right before the war and what leads up to the war. And then IDW lost the rights, the publisher rights, and led to Image now, or Skybound having it, which I'm about to start reading 1 through 10 because a friend of the channel sent me those books. I won them on his birthday. Shout out to Trev.
So there's going to be books everywhere again?
There are books everywhere now.
I'm just kidding.
All right, so this was my let's see if it works one, and so far it works.
There's 4 comic book boxes in our room.
There's probably more than that.
I know 2 of them are mine.
Oh, as for you mean like the short boxes? Oh yeah, there's 3 there. There's 4?
I think there's 4.
Oh, okay. Well, I have also boxed up other books off to the side. One that I got recently. Madam's taking Lady Prime. Travis taking Lady Prime. This was not a good gamble for me to take.
No.
Wellbore is taking Lady Prime. Neil says,
Since I know all the rules.
oh, since I know all the rules of this show, I don't believe that cover is in the correct category for there. I feel Fanboy needs to repick his book.
Did Trev at least vote for you?
No, I'm waiting for Troy to vote for me.
No, but I mean, Trev allowed it.
Oh, he allowed it. It didn't mean he was going to vote for it. Which one? What happened?
I said, did Trev? Because Trev said he allowed it. He's one of the commissioners.
No, he picked you. Yeah. See, there is discontent in the masses. What do you think about the art? It's all right.
Yeah, not too bad.
How do you feel about the glossy paper?
It's nice, but I feel like it's just for smudges.
I prefer the old. Here's the alternate covers. I like that
That's a
one.
cooler cover.
Oh, yeah. There's a Starscream.
Now I got Shakira stuck in my head.
Shakira.
Shakira.
Your mom tried to go to a Shakira concert.
She did.
It got canceled.
It got canceled in, I believe, the.
Mike's at work. She said, "Where's Mike?" Oh, so am I up first this round?
Yes.
Well, I gotta be wise because I could just wind up losing. It's already over. It was the better cover family.
But I like Commissioner Trev. You know, he allowed it.
He didn't say he
voted.
allowed. He didn't say he was voting for it. He just
That's true. That's
he
what I'm
gave the
saying.
people the
that
opportunity.
yeah.
Superman number 17 from May of 1988. Battle of the Sexes cover. We have Silver Banshee and Superman. Now, is this going to be a disqualification because this isn't the actual battle and this is artist interpretation because this does not happen in the book? Saving the world, Mike, one letter at a time. All right. Oh, nice. Nice. Forgot about that. They have a certain smell. Neil used to smell
I know. Like he was huffing paint.
He looked up and died from the fume. Who is that? This is so this is post Dark Knight's Metal. There was like 8 books that came out and they were focused more on the art than the writer. Not that writing wasn't important, but they were big on the art.
Yeah.
That's how they was marketed. I believe this is Tony Daniel? Yeah, this is Tony Daniel. And I'll show you why. See how the listing says Daniel, then Vendetti?
Yeah.
Vendetti was the author, or the writer. The artist was got top billing. So there you go. I like Damage. I thought it was a cool another bondage cover in my collection. Robin Fanboy wants to do oh yeah, there you go. What's up, John's Comics with Kid? Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Damage voted number 4, most unknown DC character. Well, there's like been different iterations of Damage too. But I like this version of Damage. It's basically the Hulk, but he can only be the Hulk for like an hour at a time. Yeah.
It's only time. Ollie would not like that.
He wouldn't. Yeah, Ollie would not like that. But so he's basically a military weapon. And so, yeah. Alrighty. Battle of the Sexes, Damage versus Wonder Woman, or Silver Banshee versus Superman. And Lady Prime is already up 3-1, so she could win the 7-game
So it looks like
series.
breakfast is on you.
Oh, breakfast is on me. Trev is taking Fanboy Prime. Wellbore is taking Fanboy Prime. Evil Mike is taking Fanboy. Robin is taking Fanboy. Neil says, I miss hanging out with Fanboy. I'm up to appear on a cover jam. Well, there we go. Troy's review says yes, even though he did not vote for my Transformer cover
yes.
last round. Collector Peace taking Fanboy Prime. Madam, sorry, Your Honor, I'm going with Lady Prime. Oh. Neil is taking Fanboy Prime. Melodope, what is up? Good morning. Been able to jump into Melodope's live streams this week at work. I can't comment much, but I got it playing in the background. Of course, it's got some cool music going on too, so very chill vibe to that. Appreciate that. And I'm going to take it that I've got a win this round. Madam Vote seems sucked. John's Comments with Kids is taking Lady Prime. The better Battle of the Sexes cover. And well, I guess we'll hold them all. Got a few more. Or Neil, if you want to just appear in a regular cover battle too, that's up in the on the table as well, Neil. So message me and let me know. Can't wait to see your covers with water where there's water only in the little corner. Melodope likes both covers. Manny is taking Fanboy Prime. I'm gonna say that I stayed alive. I don't think I've ever come back from down 3-1, but I think I've had it done to me by you, I believe. Hashtag rats. Yes, we could do a rats cover battle. Mello, you have to choose Sophie's choice. I went first that round.
Yes.
So you're up.
Oh.
Whilst I choose my next 2 covers.
What am I gonna do? What will I do?
Fanboy can still count his victories. Thank you, Trev. Thank you. That's why you're not in vote. That's not why you're not on the stream anymore. We're not allowed. I will come on next week if you're doing a show. Okay? Give me a theme, Neil. Yeah, man, we should have did this secretly so that Neil could just appear by surprise.
Yeah, I was thinking that this morning. Like,
well, I had thought about that at work too. Who is kicking She-Hulk in the face?
that I don't know. I didn't look at it.
Because I believe that is a female character.
Is it? And if not, it's not. Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
I know you're lying.
Yes.
Who is that though?
I don't know.
I'm trying to find out who it is.
This is stuff you're supposed to do before the stream. That with like a lot of dead air.
I was babysitting last night
She-Hulk face kick.
while you were sleeping away.
How long did I sleep?
I know.
Probably like 10 hours.
Stop being such a woman.
Neil the Great White Hype. No, I'm saying how long was it? About
Yeah.
10 hours?
Yeah.
I think so too. I was watching Superman Returns and I was like, Ollie went in there and looked at it. I was like, you want to sit down and watch it with me? And I don't know if he already knew the boys were coming over or not.
I think so. And then McKinley came and sat with me and we did the highlights books.
That's cool. Robin says he's the king of Twitch. Oh, can he Twitch? Can he live stream his from Twitch on his end? Oh no, because I have the source. Never mind. That's right. All right. Ooh, man. I feel like I used this one recently when Trev was here. Shit. I don't even know if this is a real battle cover. I'm going to go with Action Comics 592, Superman and Big Barda. Barda wants to go after Sleaze, and Superman is defending. He will not allow Barda to kill Sleaze.
He will not have what?
He's putting himself in harm's way. Maybe not a full-on like action sequence battle. So what's going on in this story is Sleaze is filming a porn.
He's the creepy.
He really is. He really is.
He really is.
Okay, so the way the new gods attack you, I mean, there's the physical attack, but there's also the discrediting attack. And so Sleaze is yeah. Trev says, now that's a tall woman. She's not afraid of wearing heels.
Am I taller than you?
When you wear heels, I don't know. You don't wear,
I mean,
you don't wear
heels.
heels anymore.
I wear platforms.
You don't wear your heels anymore.
Not in this gravel. In this.
When we lived in San Antonio, you wore the shoes that were extremely high. The what do you call it? The extra heel or extended heel?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Throw them up if you got them. As far as action sequence, I think your cover is probably better. Barda spiciness. This is the way. Madam is taking Lady Prime. Trev is taking Fanboy Prime. Are you sure that's not Lady Prime's hat? Robin took Fanboy Prime. Troy takes Lady Prime. Jeez, the chat is going way too fast for me to like good click. Neil took Fanboy Prime. Wellboard took Fanboy Prime. What? Did I just make it to the 7th round?
Did you?
Evil Mike took Fanboy Prime.
They're here for your redemption.
John votes for Fanboy. Look at this.
Look, babe, it's your redemption story.
This is my redemption storyline right here. Man alive. Who would have thought it would take men beating up women on the covers to get it?
And then this is perfect for you because all the videos he ever sends me, like on Instagram, it's always like if it's women bashing men or men bashing women and stuff like that.
What are you talking about?
Like, oh, women do this and blah, 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 blah. And then
oh no, I sent that one video this past week because I was like, God, that's brutal.
Which one?
Oh man, I don't even remember. That's not the only videos I sent you. What about that guy running?
I was about to say the floppy doppy.
What's up, Otaku Tour Guy? Otaku, I gotta go watch your stream from last night. I fell asleep around 5 p.m., 5:30 yesterday. No, I'm sorry. Maybe it would have been 6.
Yeah.
It would have been 6 yesterday, and I did not wake up. Well, I lie. I woke up one time because Ollie wanted to know where the Croods part 2 was, and I was like, it's on Vudu. Go watch it on Vudu.
Then he was like, Mom, where's the Violent Nights DVD?
It's up here.
Well,
Why you let your son watch that extremely violent
why
movie?
you bought him it, I'll never understand.
Did I buy it?
Yeah. You get mad at me because I let him watch Wolverine and Deadpool.
The language.
But you let him watch freaking Violent Night, or bought him Violent Night.
I didn't buy it for him.
Yes, you did.
I swear you did.
No.
Because you let him watch it on streaming ahead of time. Oh, you guys watched it first. What are you talking about? I was like, after I knew you guys watched it, I was like, oh, it must be a good, clean movie. I'll buy him the DVD.
Whatever you know. But he knows, like, we have a pep talk. I'm like, look, there's going to be this and this in here. And we have the conversation. He's like, I know, Mom, I know. So I'm doing my parental duties, having conversations with our son.
Laugh out loud. Fanboy watching Chainsaw Massacre with Ollie.
It's usually watching those movies.
I present the best predators. Maybe Lady Prime needs to take that hat. All right, I probably used this in the reflection cover battle. This is JSA 53, Battle of the Sexes, Crimson Avenger versus Wildcat. She shot him.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember if you did use that cover.
I think I did. Where is Comic Fan 1973? Because it is a breaking the fourth wall cover because the trade dress is in the reflection. Not at the top though, but yeah. CPS isn't watching. You know how nervous I was when CPS had to come do that walk because in case we were going to take some kids in.
My oldest sister worked for CPS.
He's at a cottage. That's awesome.
I don't know how she did that job.
It is fiction. Depending on how to explain to the child and the kids, understanding he should be fine. Yeah,
He does.
He does.
He does.
He's good. He's a good kid.
He just likes to make me, Fanboy just likes to make me feel like I'm always failing.
It's a compliment I give you.
I'm like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not raising our kid right.
Don't
Yeah,
let me know any of your insecurities because I love to exploit them.
he does. And then like,
But
with
jokes.
Ollie, no, it's not. It's not.
Malicious
You're
intent.
really malicious. With Ollie, like we'll joke around and be like, oh yeah, should we go steal that? And he looks at us like, what's wrong with y'all?
Wait, is Fanboy Prime showing women beating men? Lady Prime showing men beating women?
I mean, it's
Chalk it up to the
murder him. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You don't know what you're gonna do.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It's what they are into. Fanboy likes to put his cover right over Lady's face. Well, it's so I can still see the chat while I'm showing it. Because I can move out of the way when she holds hers up, and she can still see the chat, and I can still see it.
This is another Fanboy Pride cover.
All right, what are you going with? A Wonder Woman bondage cover. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
This is a modern bondage, though. It's not the classic bondage. Oh, yes, their love life must be interesting, but it's boring. It's boring. There is no love life.
Because I slept on the couch last night.
Slept on the couch.
Because I knew one of the kids, Brody, was up till 3 in the morning.
You should have made him go to sleep.
He was like, I can't go to sleep. Like, I can't sleep, Leah.
Trev loves this cover. John's comments with kids. Wonder Woman bondage. She has the advantage already. Yeah. Melodo. Oh yeah, Lady Prime wins. There is when she wears the Trev shirt. Yeah, that's true. That's when the heat comes up. Little violin switch bondage. Little villain switch bondage. Yes, boxes labeled classic bondage and modern bondage.
I know, I was thinking that. I was like, what?
Oh, man alive. Yeah, all right. And the ad on the back, it says Batman versus Batwoman for the DVD. It's funny. Battle of the Sexes. You're good.
You're touching me. That was the problem. I'm just kidding.
Don't mind like that.
I'm just kidding.
Flash is one lucky Matt. Brian on this cover. Facts don't matter. Nice try. No. I just thought it was funny that that's the theme we're going with. The air freshener just sprayed me, and I got to remember to move that when I'm holding books out. I didn't read anybody's votes, but I have a feeling I know which way it's headed, especially because the first thing I see is 0-6. Troy says Lady Prime because of Cheetah. Oh, all right. Tell us more, Trev. Can you flip over your cover? Oh, I mean, like that, Robin?
You got your magnifying glass?
I like Lady Prime's cover better, but foreplay is not the theme. Congratulations, Lady Prime. You win again.
Thank you. That's your cover. Thank you.
Yes, with my books. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Robin says it's hard to make out. Well, I mean, if it's with your husband, just remember the feelings you used to have when you were younger. Don't be afraid to use tongue. Hand placement is important.
Yes.
Didn't even get the Boar sympathy vote. I really didn't. I didn't. Wonder Woman looks like she's enjoying it. Probably is. Agreed, Robin. Fanboys is very busy. Robin says, I see it now. There you go. And I've got to take that into account that some covers show better with the lighting.
Yeah. That's what I'm like. Sometimes it just has to be like a big image versus.
Did you have any potentials?
Yeah, I got.
All right, show your potentials.
Oh, hold on, I dropped one. Sure, my butt cheeks don't hang out. Oh. I have shorts on.
Yeah, I guess those were shorts.
This was one.
Catwoman.
Catwoman.
Okay.
And we had another Catwoman. I've used this cover before.
Those things are just banging right there.
Banging.
Let me see that cover. Is that Bronze Tiger?
I don't know.
You got this at Heroes of Fantasies?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And then I got a She-Hulk. I think Robin had this cover, and we did comic book jams.
Break on through to the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Robin says, hey, I have that She-Hulk. There you go.
See?
Oops.
It's here. Another She-Hulk.
She-Hulk was really attacking the patriarchy.
She really is.
Savage She-Hulk. Nice.
And then I use this for comic book jams.
You use that cover, the boots are walking all over you, or whatever it is, or no?
I shot my.
Oh, shot my baby down. Yeah, okay. Got you. You did sing that. That's right.
And then another Catwoman.
No, madam. Let me update the. Actually, I already have a created one. Lady Prime wins. Lady Prime won, madam.
These were my maybe babies.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe babies. That's what I'm supposed to call them this round. You did that one for just fighting on the cover, right?
Yeah.
You did a battle. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No tie. I have to go buy breakfast. I mean, make breakfast. Applause. I didn't have many potentials. I didn't pull many books. In fact, when I first went, I only took 7 books out because I was like letting her look through them because she didn't look through them throughout the week. I did have this one, Rampage walking over Superman. I believe this is Rampage's first appearance.
No, it looks like my ankle. And my big feet.
Oh, thank you, Trev. Trev, the most backhanded compliment I've ever gotten. Good showing, fanboy. Yeah, I probably should have used this one. Good cap.
Yeah.
She wears her high heels.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had Action Comics 677. This is Matrix Supergirl. This is why I made the comment earlier about that was a fully powered Supergirl.
Yeah.
This is Matrix Supergirl, so she's not nearly as powerful. And I guess somehow was still able to land a punch to Superman. There, fanboy. There. Second place is first loser, fanboy. Don't worry. Oh, I know about second place is first loser. So when I played baseball, we had different divisions: t-ball, minors, majors. I don't know how it is in other places. And when we were playing in the minors division, my team got second place. We only lost 2 games all year, and it was to a team we had beat in the regular season, and we lost to them twice in the double elimination tournament. And I told everybody I would have rather got last place than second place. And my uncle understood perfectly what I meant.
Who?
Joe.
Oh.
And there we
Are they battle?
go.
Oh, never mind.
Well, you see the blood right there?
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I didn't do this one, because I figured everybody say that's not a battle cover.
I thought he was just carrying her like damsel in distress,
Like to the bedroom? Trev, understandable, madam. Where's your book I surprised you with? When we went to out of town that one day.
Oh, hold on.
When we were supposed to be looking for road covers and I couldn't find enough. It was about 3 weeks ago. Have a good one, Mike. Thanks for hanging out.
This book?
It's the Sensational She-Hulk Omnibus by John Byrne. The Sensational She-Hulk by John Byrne Omnibus. So yeah, I found that for her on the cheap. That was a good little surprise I got you.
Yeah. And then when he did it too, it was wrapped in a bag, and we had Ollie's cousins with us, and we bought them comics because they're starting to get into it or whatnot. I don't know if it's
Same thing like Trev, like set up the next generation. I mean,
yeah. So he bought a box. He comes in with the box with the comic books that we bought, and
we'll come back to this one.
And then Fanboy's like, oh, let me fix the comics. He's like, here, hold this. And it was in a bag, and he hands it to me, and I'm like, man, did you buy more comics? Because it was heavy. And then he was like, you're just gonna hold it? Like
I don't think I said that.
Yeah, you are.
Because I was fixing what was in the box, right?
Yeah.
So I just kept giving you everything to hold or whatever.
He just kept handing me stuff, so I'm just holding it. And then I was like, oh, I can hold on to this. He's like,
No, because we were gonna head home, and I was like, "You're just gonna hold it the whole time?" That's what I meant.
yeah, you were gonna hold it the whole time. No, we went to go eat, and I was like, I mean, I can. And then you're like, did you see what it was?
I was like, man, I am so nice.
And I'm like, no. And then I looked, and I was like,
that doesn't sound like how that took place at all.
that's how it went down. There wasn't like, hey, babe, I'm surprised I got you this book because I know you saw it and you liked it. No, it was like, did you even look at what it was? I'm like, no, because it was in the bag. Like, you know?
So John says he loves that series. It's so fun and funny. What I had forgotten that you owned already.
Which I don't know where that one is. It was over there, but
it's over there.
It's still over there?
Yeah. So bought her this omnibus, like, you know, being a gentleman.
Oh, geez.
Oh, then never mind. What I didn't know she owned was a trade paperback of John Byrne on Sensational She-Hulk already. So really, I only got this book only has like 3 or 4 issues that she didn't have in that trade. So bad purchase on my part. I mean, good because she's got hardback. You know, it's cool to have an omnibus. It looks cool. It looks nice. It's cool to put on your bookshelf. Content-wise, I just spent money I'd already spent on the similar media. So, but you said you were still happy to have it.
I was so happy to have it.
You like that better than the trade paperback?
Yeah, and then with the trade paperback, I won't feel as bad
if it takes dings and dents.
Yeah, like I don't feel as bad. But I've been eyeing the Savage She-Hulk trade that they have on eBay.
Omnis are so easy to read, right? That is a thing because you can open it and flip through it versus you're fighting the page wanting to shut. You got to tear the glue a little bit if you want.
Yeah.
I want to highlight this comment. Madam says, shouldn't you offer your obviously more comfortable chair? Is chivalry dead? Do you want to explain why I'm sitting in this chair?
Because that was my gift for you for Christmas.
And if I give you to sit in it, then I'm in a way saying I don't like this Christmas gift, right? So I'm doing the right thing by remaining in
but
this
I
chair.
also am younger than you, so I don't have as much as a bad back as
Well, I was about to say, tell him the real reason why you got me the chair.
He hurts his back more than I do, and then
I have a terrible back.
his body like turns into like an S shape, and then he's walking around like, I'll never forget the first time that happened. I was like, I thought he was joking around, pretending like he was disabled. I don't think that's. And I was like, why are you walking like that? He's like, what are you talking about? And then I was like, look how you're walking. And then his body.
I didn't know I was walking off.
Yeah, like
I was walking in the only comfortable way that was comfortable, and I thought I was walking normal. I didn't realize I was kind of. I don't remember which direction it is. I think it's this way, right? Because no, it's this way. Then I have to kind of straighten myself up.
It's bad, and it gets bad. It happens from time to time.
So.
Tell him you want to blame it on me. That's
No. When I sit in that chair, like I feel like my spine is compressed or whatever, and then like I'll get crooked. So she got me this chair. I guess the chivalrous thing to do would be buy her a similar chair.
Yeah.
So I had a 4-wheeler accident in 2004, January 2004, and that's where it initially happened. I didn't realize how bad it was until years later, and I can remember. I lived at the medical center apartments on Oakdale Way in Medical, San Antonio, and so it was the longest steps I've had. And just to walk up each step, it was like one step at a time. I had to take a step up, and I put my other foot on that same step and rested, and then went up. So I knew I'd hurt myself, whatever, but I didn't know that I injured my back until maybe around 8 years later. And she asked me to move a shelf. And so what I've noticed is if I do like real
manly things.
It was a small shelf, right? It was a narrow shelf. Whatever happened to that? Goodwill? Anyways,
no, we saw it. They're next door. Like, no,
we don't own that shelf anymore. It was maroon. And so I picked it up to move it. I kept my arms close to me, and I picked it up. So I was putting all the pressure on my lower back. I moved it across the living room like she wanted. I moved it by myself. And then whenever I step back, it's like going from tense to releasing. It's like that's when it happened. I didn't know then, and maybe because it's the same pain, but I don't think I got into that S shape. I don't think I got into that crooked shape, or did I?
I'm trying to think what else would have. No, you didn't get. It wasn't until we lived here, and then Ollie was smaller.
Right.
It was during Christmas time too.
Yep. What's up, Cat Fan Comics, man? Good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Lady Prime won our Battle of the Sexes cover battle. She won 4-3. I was down 4-1 and made a comeback. Yeah. So I injure my back now, and if I sit even here, I can feel like my lower back wants to go into some pain type things, the sharp pain, but this chair is far better for me. I need to see if I can get something to put back here for more. Oh, it's right there. I need to do it like that. But yeah, what does Lady win? I'll probably go and get breakfast.
So I don't have to do it, but I'll still do
Well, no, never mind. We're not getting breakfast. I'll make oatmeal since we have so many kids here. We have too many mouths to feed this morning.
Bacon them.
See, she doesn't have to go do that. That's what I gotta go do. That's what she means.
But it's okay. We went shopping last week.
Oh, do you want to show off your lamp?
Yes, I do.
I meant to send Neil this because Neil, my first year on YouTube, he did a video where he did Halloween decorations, and so that's when he learned that like Lady Prime, it's Halloween 24/7 here. It's Halloween 24/7, 365 here at this house, and so at home had this lamp for sale, and we found out we were in the middle of working on my grandmother's house. She found out, and within 15 minutes, we were on the road to go get it. I've never had my back checked out. I don't know. I keep hearing that I need to go to a chiropractor.
Yeah.
My thing is, if I do my stretches and exercises, I stay pretty.
What's up, girl?
I stay pretty loose. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. I'm scared of what they're gonna tell me because I don't know.
Show them the pot that's behind you. On the side
Oh,
of you.
and she picked this up. She also picked this up for Halloween decorations.
So cute.
Can you go get your pumpkins?
Oh yeah.
So it was that lamp, this, and just the pumpkin?
And then the Medusa thing, but that's in the
Oh, that's in the truck still. That's the reason why your roots are growing out, Lady Prime. You're buying lamps. They say thank you. Thank
Who said
you.
that?
Neil. All right, so we
I
had
got this one.
this one last year, right?
Yes.
This is our pumpkin that we named Neil.
Because when he disagrees and is like, no,
When he used to be on the live stream all the time and disagreed with my comic choices or whatever, that's Neil's face. No, that's not Biscuit. That one is Slinky.
Oh yeah, we got a new.
And then we brought Robin this year. So we have Neil and Robin.
I love these pumpkins with the faces. They're my favorite. I want to buy a whole bunch more.
I walk into the room and that pumpkin says, "Hey, fanboy."
They're so cute. But yeah.
Yeah.
And I got this cool Medusa thing for the wall, but that's in the truck.
There's Biscuit right there. What's up, Biscuit? What's up, Biscuit? That's Slinky. Slinky and Biscuit are good friends now.
Yeah. They're the bestest of friends because now the cats still don't like Biscuit.
But Slinky sticks up for Biscuit.
Yeah.
Go to your crate. Go to your crate. Go to your crate. Go to your crate.
Great.
Biscuit. Go to your crate.
Hey.
Go ahead and take her out. All right, guys. We're going to head out. Biscuit's got to go to the bathroom, and I got to go get bacon for breakfast. I got 4 mouths to feed today because Ollie, Brody, Logan, and Kenny are here. So we have the kids. We're going to have fun, I guess. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for enjoying our Battle of the Sexes. And can you do a short with those pumpkins? Yes, we will do that, Robin. Definitely. Definitely. No worries, Cat Fan. I'm sorry that I keep walking in late to your premieres throughout the week. And there's some days I miss because of work. So I apologize for that, Cat Fan. But thanks for hanging out, man. Taku, yes, definitely. Enjoy your weekend as well. I'm going to go probably put your stream on here in a minute and listen through that. And yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You too, Dave. Have a fantastic weekend. Collector P, have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks, Primes. No, thank you, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out and having fun with us. Lady Prime looks forward to the live stream every week. I guess it's a chance for us to do something together because our work schedules are so opposite. So sometimes we don't get the chance to hang out as often as we should. So I enjoy that she enjoys doing the live streams and that she enjoys entertaining you guys. So thank you very much. And let's see. Let's let evil Lady Prime take us out. Later.
Number 3 is the WrestleMania. I'll be there when he surprised me for my first WrestleMania.
Yeah, I surprised you at the TLC 2013 pay-per-view. That was in Houston at the Toyota Center.
That was a good one because I got to see kids cry.